things off here with Club TR slugfest that we've been following so far this weekend.
This is actually pretty hard for some of the street class guys and the Club TR guys to get spacing correctly because they make their speed so drastically different. The street class guys, you know, Subaru 400-ish horsepower, they move down the straight quite a bit quicker than these. But these, you know, the Club TR guys, it's all about wind speed, braking blade, just trying to maintain speed the best they can. But they're not all that fast on the straight. So especially this first lap, it's really hard to get a gap. Plus the Club TR guys, most of them are going to make their fastest lap on the third lap or so. Then you have the street guys, they got to do it on the first or second time when they're done.
And I see Bailey's gotten a little bit of draft perhaps off the 370, so long as he didn't get in his way in the chicane. I think
that might work out.
Yeah, that might work out for him.
And Peter's close enough to where he might get a little bit too. This is going to be close, folks.
Down the backstretch, climbing over 135 miles an hour in Club TR. On the left-hand side of the screen, we're going to focus on Street and CTR in this one. I think these are the two that will probably shuffle the most. Group A will have the finagling of the other categories. So down the backstretch and into 10, we'll keep an eye on Bailey and Brandberg and McLaren and Maroney and Bryant. And then in street class, also note Dries and Coons and Cataway could also shuffle around.
Coons is right in there. Like I said, he's kind of right in the middle of this Club TR slugfest.
No pickups on this first lap. Now, I'm not surprised by that. But give him 2 or 3. There's Mike Coons, by the way, just behind in the 310. He's second in street. And he and Dries have gone back and forth a little bit.
Yep. I actually had a question earlier, too, that they were questioning Dries and how he can run a wing within street because you're not allowed aftermarket aero. That actually came off of there's a special model of the Elantra N for the TCR car, and it's kind of a...
Peter Grandberg, hold that thought, big wiggle into the gravel. Hang on to it, buddy. He did, but that was a moment. Wow.
Yeah, all right, well, go clean your pants out.
Yeah, that's a scary moment.
That is a scary spot to start losing it with that, because that wall on the outside of 5 comes at you real fast, and you're going over bumps, and you really can't get the car to slow down.
Yeah, but to your point about Dries' car, you know, in street and street GT, factory aero only. So that's no aftermarket stuff, but it can be factory aero from any model of the same, or any trim of that same car.
Yes.
There is MSRP restrictions on the original cost of the cars that the chassis and the other parts come from. I can't remember off the top of my head, you might know.
It's 80 grand essentially, or 70 grand essentially in street, and now they did something funny with adjusted for inflation, so like, won't be exactly that, but yeah, so there's, if let's say like a Cayman, they can't use GT4. Right. Because that GT4 was outside of that price range.
Yeah.
Well, the GT4 Cayman was a production car.
Hey, look at that. Sorry, Dewey. New Club TR record. Evan McLaren front-wheel drive. He's done it again. 134.122. And he's tied with Peter Grandberg.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean,
that's on time. What do you do there? Like, is that because Peter ran it first? He's going to hold that?
So, I don't know if the timing system goes to 4 digits. It might. Again, we've only seen this a couple of times ever in Gridlife, but
that's insane.
That's insane. I mean, less than 1,000th of a second.
That podium's nuts.
And there they are on track. Those are the 2 guys fighting
right
for
there.
second.
All 3 of them right here in one camera view. That is Club TR in essence. So championships have been decided by a couple of thousands.
So if you're sitting at home right now, or you're in the paddock, pull up a reaction time tester and tap that screen as fast as you can. I bet you can't do it faster than 2/10 of a second, and that is what covers our entire top 3 for the podium at Club TR right now.
I think Jeremy Bailey's playing games and trying to move over and not get Peter drafted.
Anything you can do. It's so close. These are your 3 runners. That's your top order right now. That's your podium. Bailey, Grandberg, and McLaren all in the same camera shot. They're making this easy for the prime guys right now. It's fantastic. Over the crest at 11 and down the hill. Can Bailey go any faster to defend?
It's going to do it. It's going to be right now. What do we got?
Right. No.
Nope.
McLaren, though? No.
Nope. Okay. Well, they're going at it again. This is muy bueno.
Save it for the last heat of the weekend. Go all out. I'm just curious, even if the live timing on my club site has them.
Look at how close all their lines are through 3. And these are, you know, 2 of the cars are really similar, but Evan McLaren's line, almost identical. It's crazy how close these cars are. They're all kind of built in different directions. I love this class.
Yeah, front drive, rear drive, whatever you want. I mean, I just checked the live timing. I see 134.122 for McLaren. So that means that he and Granberg, I mean, rounding errors aside.
Yeah.
I mean,
dead heat.
Are there provisions in the rules for this, Dewey? Because I sure
don't know. I don't think there are. Looks like Jeremy's trying to hop on the back of this train now and try that.
Someone said in the chat, Andy Holt said, are we sure this isn't a TC race? Because what we saw earlier today. Now, so Bailey's pulled off. That leaves Granberg in command. And look at where Jeremy's landed, right behind.
Yep, he did that on purpose, 100%. But he might have timed that a little rough. He's going to have to make space up now. But he's not going to give Pete the draft. So I guarantee that's what's going through his brain right now. I've known this guy for a million years. He's the best man in his mind. So he's a really good friend of mine. So I kind of understand how he thinks.
Down the hill. No pickups for any of those 3. And again, if we end up with less than 1/10 of a second covering the top 3 cars in Club TR, I'm not upset.
I don't want anybody to ever complain about parity in this class again, ever. It's so dead nuts.
Jackson just texted me in the pits. Are any of these records in TR? Yeah, I mean, yes, they are. Well, at least McLaren's time is.
Yeah, McLaren's time is for front-wheel drive, and the other 2 are pretty close to on top of what the record is.
Yeah, so down the backstretch here. It looks like McLaren's done. So Granberg, he's just got to vault himself maybe 1,000 forward just to make sure there's no funny business in the podium awards later.
Yeah, like picking it up's going to be rough. We're pretty late in the session now, and these tires, you know, it is a 200 revenue tire. They do fall off a little bit. And I might be on the backside of